Hello and welcome back to the podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about it's all new in Facebook actually, every single day or every week there's something new. This is going to be called Advantage Plus Creative. What's this about? Well, again, like my last episode where we were talking about multi-advertiser ads, we're talking about when you're uploading a video or a static to Facebook. Okay, so you've built your campaign, you've built your ad set, and now you're in the page where you're going to put your copy in, or your image, or your video. Okay? Now, when you go to select your image, let's jump into an ads manager now and just have a look. It's called Advantage Plus Creative. Tailor your ad for the person viewing it by letting us optimize automatically your creative. This can help improve performance. And you can see here that 5 of the 8 are already turned on. This is causing a lot of problems in our agency. Now, Facebook is going to do its best to make sure that you are getting the best results you can. This is called the Advantage Plus Creative. And what it's doing, it's trying to enhance your creative in the best way it can for you to get better results. That might be a lower cost per acquisition, and it might be a lower CPM. It's essentially trying to get better engagement with the viewer on Meta. Okay, so everyone who's on Facebook, everyone who's on Instagram is using it in different ways, and they're engaging with things in different ways. Now, if for instance your headline, if Facebook thinks that your headline is brilliant and that Joe Blogs is going to engage with it better because it's above the image, then what this allows you to do, this piece of software in their system, it'll bring your headline and it'll go above the image. Now, us as advertisers might be thinking, this is brilliant. Meta's doing so much for us. We can just get something done in Canva, it'll brighten the image up, it'll move the headline, it'll do some text overlay, it'll do all these sort of things, music, zooming in and out, sounds brilliant. Until you're a brand, big brand, or a small brand, or someone who sees their ad then on Instagram and goes, it just looks a bit rubbish. And I get it. Now, this is something now that in our agency we turn off, because more often than not, we have a client or someone within the client's team coming back to us saying that they don't like how the ad looks. And to be quite honest, I completely agree. I completely understand. This is the world I live in. I want to get the best results for my clients. But if those best results come because the client's work doesn't look as good, or their imagery is not coming across, or the video's been zoomed in, or headlines and text has been put over the top, the client's just going to complain. And I think we all believe at the end of the day that we want it to look good, okay? So let's jump into my screen now, and we're going to look at the different things that automatically come on. Okay, we've got add image template. This is what I mean by the headline. So we've taken the headline and it's actually put it in a big block at the top. Now, you can actually go into this and adjust the fonts and colors. And a lot of our clients are actually, okay, that's brilliant. Let's choose the fonts and colors. Can't go in enough to choose the fonts and the colors that might work for the client. So we have here text style, or we have background color, select style, and these are the drop downs of the ones we can choose. So then there's no way near enough of the current fonts that we might be using. And then we can go into a color. Now, we've actually tried putting the number in there. Now, you could go out there, but when you find the number of a particular color when you're designing something, one color can have so many different numbers. So it's actually having to find those numbers and actually put them in here to see the ones that are working. So that's the downside to that one. Again, you can make that choice. Let's go back into it. Adjust visuals on. So this basically means that you can scroll through and you can see how it will look in other formats. Now, one of these, which is brilliant, is a before and after of a bowl of fruit. Now, that particular bowl of fruit, you may have uploaded it and the picture may have been a bit dark. What Facebook's going to do, it's then going to adjust the brightness and make it a bit brighter. We've got an expand image here, which is actually an AI. So expand image generated with AI. Automatically expand your image to fit more placements. We will apply text overlays along with your expanded image when it is likely to improve performance. Delivers to Instagram feed, Facebook Reels, mobile feed, Instagram Reels, and Instagram Stories. These expanded images were created based on your original asset. Meta does not make any warranties regarding the completeness, reliability, and accuracy of the expanded images. So that basically means that if you've put in a square and it will try and not stretch your image by making it look bad, but it will stretch the color from the outside so it fills. When someone sees that on a Reels or a story, rather than just seeing a block in the middle of your square image, it will try and do something with it to make it look better for that particular placement. Music here, we've got an add music. If we play it, I don't know if you can hear that, maybe. We can change the music, but again, we don't have much to go from, so it's a little bit obsolete, because obviously you're going to be wanting to choose music that you want. Add 3D animation. Here it says this image isn't compatible with 3D animation, so I can't give you an enhance of what that might look like. We can enhance text here. Any text that you provide may appear as primary text, headline, or a description. So that's a bit like dynamic creative. You know, when we've put in our image or a video, and then we've got our 5 text or our 5 headlines, it'll move it around to show someone based on how they think they'll engage with that text. Now that one could be fine. We've got an add an image filter again here. So this is before and after, which is a bit like the adjust visuals. So here we've got, and then we've got one more. So sometimes more come up than others. So this one here is highlight comment. We will display the most relevant comment below your ad on Facebook and Instagram. So I think that one's a good one as well. Now the problem we've got with our clients is our clients are very, as we all are, we're very fussy with how our creative looks. We've spent time, we've spent money creating something. We don't really want the platform to then go and change what we've been doing, because essentially we like what we like. We've designed it. We might have paid thousands for someone to do it. So I would say if you're going to set up yourself, go through these and have a look. I would take off music. We get so many people saying they don't like the music. Add image filter, that might be a good one. People don't like the messing around with their headlines and pulling them around, but you might want to highlight the comments, because it's going to take a really good positive comment and put it to the top. There are, on this particular one, so let's just go off that, 5 of the 8 turned on. I have seen it where it says like 3 of the 12. So depending on what you're uploading, a video or a static, it might actually come with more options. Now, if you leave this alone, it's automatically got 5 of the 8 turned on. So you would need to actually go back there, and if you miss this, I'll tell you where it is. If you're looking on screen now, or you're listening, we've basically got our media, we've got our primary text field, we've got a headline, we've got a description, we've got a call to action, and then the next block to build on is the Advantage Plus Creative. And this is where you would go in, edit, you'll see here, which is another thing, I showed my team this today and they were just like, well, how's that work? It's already switched off. So unless you look, it's just these little games that Meta are playing with us as advertisers at the moment. They're making something, they want this to always be on so they can get you better results and be more in control. But they have the switch turned off, which if you just glance at this, you would think it's turned off, okay? So you need to turn it on. It makes everything on, all 9 of those optimizations, switch off, save. Now, depending on you as an advertiser yourself, it's up to you whether you keep these on or off. I personally, the new rule in our agency, unless otherwise told, we're keeping it off in most of our campaigns for our clients, simply because when we haven't done, the clients come back to us and they've asked about it, and why is it being shown like this? We even had it today. Why is the music on our ad? We've just been shown, one of our employees has just seen our ad. It's got music that doesn't really sit with our brand. Do you know why this is happening? That, ladies and gentlemen, is why it's happening. Thank you for listening. I hope that helps, and happy advertising. See you on the next one.